Hey everyone, before we get into Surviving Mars Relaunched, I want to clear the air about what I posted on my community tab on Friday, November 7th. If you want to skip this and go to the gameplay, I've included chapter timestamps. First and foremost, the blame for me not getting early access to this game is mine and mine alone. I did not reach out to Paradox Interactive until a few weeks ago. It was actually October 15th and a few hours after the release date was announced. Since then, I've been in communication with two amazing community managers, Rose and Nova at Paradox, and honestly, they went above and beyond what I was expecting them to do. They went to bat for me, but I missed their cutoff date. Paradox had nothing to do with it. It was all Steve being too timid to reach out for fear of rejection. I think we've all been there. Now, after I put my daughters to bed Friday night, I went to my office, cracked open a can of Yingling, and searched to see which creators did get early access. If you like my type of content, you probably recognize at least half of these names. The only name on here I didn't recognize was Ambiguous Amphibian. Regardless of the breakdown videos I did and how much they've been growing my channel these last few months, I am still a very small content creator in this niche here on YouTube, especially compared to some of the titans and juggernauts who did get early access. The smallest, air quotes, name I found was Charlie Pryor, who as of Saturday, November 8th, has 128,000 subs. I just passed 4,900 subs, which is less than 4% of the amount of subs he has. At the time of recording this, on Saturday the 8th, Provis has not posted any SMR content yet, but I include him on here because every person on this page is someone I aspire to be like on YouTube. Quill18 is one of the main content creators, if not the main content creator, that inspired me to start my channel 10 years ago. He is the reason that I even heard about Surviving Mars when it first released in 2018. One of my long-term goals with what I'm doing here is to one day be listed among these names. Now, to reiterate, Paradox does not deserve any blame or fault for me not getting early access to Surviving Mars Relaunched. That being said, let's colonize Mars. And no game launch is perfect. I got this downloaded on my computer about 90 minutes after it went live on the Steam store. That's where I originally got the game, but it took about an hour and a half for Steam to activate the discount code for creators who already had the game loaded. I did purchase the Ultimate Edition of the game, so this is going to have some things that may be different from what you have in the base game. I've already adjusted the settings and whatnot to make sure it's not too loud for you, and mainly you're just going to be dealing with my voice. I am skipping the tutorials on this because, I've got several hundred hours in this game. I think I know what I'm doing here. And for the colony, let's go ahead and name this after the two Paradox community managers that have been in touch with me over the last month, Nova and Rose. Thank you both so much for engaging with me during the whole process and keeping in touch with me. I know I'm one of the very, very small creators out there, but I do appreciate you taking the time to speak with me. Mission sponsor. I actually don't have Paradox Interactive on here for some reason. I think it's just because I clicked link the account and just kept going with it. I'm going to be playing, though, as the Interplanetary Codex. This is the sponsor you get when you have the Ultimate Edition of the game. Normal difficulty, you start off with $4 billion, 200 starting applicants, only 150 research per soul, and your rare metals price is 25 million. Compare that to the right side of the screen, IMM. They start with 30 billion, because that's the easy one. But your starting applicants is the same, but half the research. Let's actually just see what we got here, comparable research-wise. Russia has 200, Kona has 0, Terraforming Initiative only has 100, Brazil has 100, Spacewise has 100, US 400, India 100. Alright, so it's kind of in between everybody on this. It's actually a number we don't have here, but 25 million on the rare metals price. Effects. We're going to get the Law Office, a building that automatically prepares laws and lowers the upkeep of laws. Prefabs for the Martian Assembly and Earth Assembly. That's going to be very helpful for us. We'll get periodic additional funding based on the number of happy factions, and will remain as a faction once the Martian Assembly is built. We're going to go ahead and do that. We have our founding faction is the Codex. That was the one I couldn't figure out. One of the two I could not figure out in here. And for... I'm almost thinking I want to go with like the city mayor, but I kind of want to have a little bit of a challenge here too. Futurist is always a fun one for me because it does actually increase the difficulty, because we're at 120% right now. 100%, 100%, 100. It's actually dropping the difficulty on a lot of these. I want to see if I can take this up just a little bit. Is CEO a new one? All funding gains increased by 20%. Bonus tech Martian patents. I think CEO might be a new, I don't recognize CEO. I'm going to go with Futurist just because it's increasing the difficulty just a little bit on it. Mystery. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, these are all the same mysteries. I'm picking Beyond Earth for this one because it is, I think, one of the better starting mysteries to have in this game, and it does require you to build multiple things. Founding faction, Interplanetary Codex, rival colonies. I'm going to pick BSC as one of them just because BSC is the faction in which you can sell your materials to other colonies. That's going to be very helpful for us as we go down the line. Game rules. I did see there's a new one in here, rough terrain. There are significantly more terrain features on the map obstructing construction. This is a quote from Ernest Shackleton. Difficulties are just things to overcome. After all, that is going to increase the difficulty by 50%. Ooh. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to add rough terrain. I'm going to add... Let's do Dust in the Wind. Let's do Armageddon. Those are the ones I always do. I'm okay doing restricted footwalk because we are going to be doing trains in this, which also means you have to build your trains a little bit closer and probably build a little bit of a better network. Yeah, I guess I'll do active plate tectonics too. So we're at 430% already. We'll take the hints off there. Colony logo. I love this logo for the Codex. I really do. For the rocket, not getting anything special in here. We're just going to be getting those prefabs. So we're going to get our drone hub, RC commander. No. I want an RC. Interesting. I can take an RC explorer or an RC transport up here. I have 5 probes though. That's not enough for me to actually do anything with. Okay, interesting. Only 3 drones, mind you. No fuel refinery, no moisture vaporator. This is interesting in that this is not the normal setup for a colony. Let's go ahead and take 5 here. There's no Stirling generator here. Wow. Okay, they're making this more difficult than it really needs to be. How much do you weigh? 5,000 kilos. This is also a pretty light rocket. Could also not bring any guys up. I do need that, I think. Huh. The polymers and concrete that I've mined will let me build the solar panels and eventually the wind turbines. But no moisture vaporator means I have to essentially bring up another rocket right away to bring stuff to the planet. Fascinating. I'm going to bring an extra drone, though. I'm going to have 4 drones. Alright, colony site. This map looks a little bit different, but I think I know where I'm going to go, because I've already looked this up and I did a little bit of a pre-play on it. We're going to go 67 degrees north. 67! And 69 degrees west. Pretty close to the pole here. Not a lot of metals, very little water and concrete. It's a 540% difficulty. Let's go.
Welcome to Mars.
Alright, the new UI looks pretty damn good. And this map does not look like what it did when I tried it out. Fascinating. Alright, so we got our anomalies there. Let's go ahead and look at our research. We have low-G high-rise. I actually want to get drone swarm going first because when I do build that drone hub prefab, it's going to work very well for me. There's our funding. We're going to need that. I need to go with an engineer. I actually do need to go with the low-G high-rise. Don't need the tunneling. Don't need that. I do like how they've switched it around a little bit so your initial research does not go into terraforming. It goes into engineering. But robotics, obviously, what I'm going to be needing first. So I need to get some pretty important things here. I need to get rare metals, water. This is really fun. Wow. Let's go ahead and just take a look at the map here. We're zoomed in pretty good right now. Got a cold sector over here. This is probably going to spawn some dust devils. I got four pros with which to plan. This might be an area down here.
Milestone completed.
Nice.
Sector scan. Anomaly found.
This ain't bad. We've got rare metals, so we could set up a colony here. We've got water here. We've got concrete. Metals are on the ground. We've got 2 keys, which will give us extra research. This ain't the worst spot to set up. Whoa. So we'll go ahead and kind of set up over here. I think the dome's going to go right in here. Cannot land on uneven terrain. What do we got? Interesting. Oh, wait a second. Let's see if we can find the elevator first. Let's look for the underground access points. There's one. They've changed the iconography for that. So we're looking for just a little nodule like that. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, it's actually right here. Perfect! Okay, unintentionally, I have done well. And again, this I thought was actually going to be a different map setup. I was expecting one to kind of be like this, where it is an L shape of higher ground, and all this is lower ground. This rough terrain does make it a bit harder, which also means I'm going to have a lot more in the way of materials with which to start dropping stuff. We're going to have to turn that stuff off for a bit. Let's go ahead and do that. RC Explorer 1. We're going to send you up now.
Anomaly found.
Okay, I'll take that. What the hell? All right, let's go ahead and yeah, we're gonna need some solar panels here. This is the radius that we're gonna need to be avoiding. And I will go ahead and drop a large solar panel there. I'll put 2 there, and then set up my concrete extractor. We'll kind of set it up like that, I think. Damn, this game's trying to kill me early today. Already got 2 meteor impacts already. I'm kind of curious as how how's this gonna go. Nah, they're fine. I'm gonna have to figure out how to mute that, because that's gonna get super annoying super fast for me. Yes, I'm aware. But once we get some concrete up, I'll be able to put down a power. Be able to put down some power. Turn that off. I'll be able to put down some. Put down a battery. That's the word I'm looking for. Could also order a supply pod. Oh, just got an anomaly analyzed. All right, and that got us.
Heavy drone workload.
Interesting. Okay, track pipes, power cables, resupply, politics, planetary view. Let's see where everybody else is. So we got Space Y, we got BSC, and we got Russia as our colonies. Okay, that's not terrible. Not a terrible setup. We need our 5 metals. Thankfully, we've actually got that there. We'll go ahead and bring my Explorer back down here. We're going to grab all of the keys up, just because I want to see what we have available. The Martian Trail. Already have an event coming up. Earth HQ has just approved a new project to expand our Martian operations. The endless stream of scientific data flowing in from the Red Planet is too much to be handled by even the largest scientific organization alone. The top brass of our sponsor have just made the decision to sell the scientific data to third parties by setting up remote transmission facilities on Mars. You've discovered a new special project. Contract exploration access can be completed multiple times to gain funding. That's kind of cool. Oh, it's a planetary view thing, isn't it? Yeah, I don't have the cash for that. And probably won't for some time, honestly. Can you guys grab that stuff? Oh, those are polymers. Ooh, fascinating. Okay, you're driving back now. That works. Oh, I should probably start scanning shit, shouldn't I? Okay, you can queue up 10 at a time. Helpful to know. But you cannot bring down... Let's do this now, actually. Before I forget. Actually, no. I want to make sure that Drone Swarm is done before I drop the... And this is really important to know, too. With the Drone Swarm technology, it says drone hubs are constructed with an additional 2 drones. Normally, they come with like 6 drones. This is going to give you a 7th and 8th drone. Kind of helpful. It's weird, but just go with it. Once we got to start concrete going, we've got to do quite a few things. We're going to have to build a... We're going to have to build moisture vaporator and also build a fuel refinery or get one brought down from Earth to fuel this guy up and send him back. Got a lot to do already in this colony. We haven't even started building yet. I do think that this, though, is going to be the spot we build our dome. Just kind of lay it out right here. Whoa. Still got a few graphical hiccups with this, but I'm fully aware that this is very early on. It's a launch build. There's gonna be some stuff that's gonna have to be changed, and that's totally fine. Like, this is not gonna be a game that's gonna be perfect on launch. I will say that right now, loud and clear. We're gonna have a few issues with the launch. It's not gonna be perfect. That's because we don't have any power, but I do have concrete, which tells me I can do... I heard you come down that way. Okay, we're going to put that there. This wind turbine is going to go there, and then I'm going to put down a battery next to it. Well, not next to it. Probably up here. There we go. The plan is bring the water pipes. Probably go this way with it. So it won't have anything more going that way, so the pipes and the cables will go that way, bringing water to the dome site that we're going to hook up. Did you scan your thing? Oh, you already did. Cool. Check the research tab. Explorer AI, very helpful. I'm actually going to queue that up first. I'm actually going to move that up after Drone Swarm. And, oh, yeah, here's another thing you can't do. You can't outsource because you don't have the Earth Council assembled yet. This is kind of important. This is a big, big change.
Council session open.
Oh, here we go. Because you don't have outsourcing available, you can't actually spend money to get stuff. So let's go ahead and pop into here. The Codex will have 10 seats, your founding faction, and then your sponsor will have 4 seats. Since the Codex is both, technically, I have 14 seats, and then the other 3 colonies, BSC, Russia, Spaceway, they have the other 2 seats. Let's go ahead and open the floor. Enact crowded living as crowded living policy. Residential building capacity increased by 25%. Enact additional sponsor research as policy, increasing research per day by 100 souls. And these guys want to just increase living capacity, so that's kind of helpful. This one I like. It is in favor right now. I want to confirm here. That's the one we're going for, additional sponsor research. And there's outsourcing right there. We have to get this one before we go this one.
Vote passed.
And with this, you have to get the majority. You actually... Why did I get 5 against from my own damn faction?
New faction opportunity.
Dick nuts. Build a dome. I have to do it within the next 5 days. Yeah, I'm already telling them I got problems with this. Okay, Drone Swarm is not done yet. If I do not complete this, there will be a negative impact on the council. They're just listed as content right now. BSC, because I did that, they're unhappy. Increased approval by building apartments, fuel refineries, 2 things I need, and extractors. We got our drones working on this right now. And ooh, that's a tricky thing too. When, not if, when I build my dome, I gotta make sure my drone hub is actually in line with it. I'm not gonna be building this water deposit yet. In fact, probably need to get, is there no more metal out here? Crap. Okay, let's go resupply actually. Oh, resupply is now tab, by the way. Okay, is the key actually doing anything for me at the moment? No, tab is resupply. So we're going to do a supply pod, and we're just going to bring up an RC transport. All we're going to do. And for those of you who are new to the channel, I call RC transports hey. That is the chicken in Moana. That is not the brightest thing out there. The reason I call them that, and this is from a very, very long time ago on my channel, where I fixed our RC transport, it got hit by a dust storm, or dust devil. I fixed it, and it immediately drove back into another dust storm, or dust devil. And I had to repair the thing several times because it just kept driving into dust devils. It wasn't the brightest machine out there.
Warning.
So,
Meteor drone destroyed.
go!
Research complete.
Okay, so very quickly, I'm now out a drone. This is quite bad. I only have 4, had 4. I'm now down to 3. So once this is, there we go. We'll get this guy hooked up. Anything over there? I should probably get a... I'll also get one of these dudes set up. Sensor tower. I'm gonna go ahead and put one of these down. I don't have a lot of metal right now because I don't have a lot in range, but that's where Hey Hey is gonna come in.
Meteor incoming.
Oh my god. Game, stop trying to kill me. This game's actively trying to kill me today. This is a bit insane. Okay. That's what I'm looking for. Like that. We're going to go ahead and destroy the supply pod and send you down here to go get a bunch of metals. Give me some happy little metals. Go ahead and turn this off for the moment.
Scan.
And we got an eyeball here. Always good. It's not the underground. The underground is up here. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Hopefully there's going to be a science setup for me. Interesting. This is being done intentionally. I'm setting it up like that. And then I need to make sure that my drone hub, because I can now build it, I have to be pretty much right there. Because if I build it too close to... Actually, no, that works too. Yeah, that's actually going to be the spot, I think. Because that also gets... nothing else, actually. That's totally fine. I just want to make sure it's outside this dust radius, because I really don't want to have to spend materials fixing it. Unless I really, really have to. Anomaly analyzed. What have we
The
got?
readings told us it was a vein rich with ore. But the data turned out to be incorrect. Under those fine red sands lay the intact hull of a rover.
This is a good option to have here. So we can either send Curiosity back to Earth for a little bit of cash, or we can display it as a monument in the colony and reduce the cost of technologies. For me, I usually go reducing the cost of technologies because social tech, hey, that's one that's going to give me some funding, and I just lowered the cost by 10%. And if we get a lot of stuff that reduces the funding, it just makes things so much easier. Do you also need to get fuel going? Note that I have not built any fuel yet. So let's go ahead and get our water extractor set up. Let me go over like that. And I like kind of doing these colonies like that, and don't like that.
Sector scan.
Whoa. Okay, that was the underground notification we just got. Okay, how close can I get you? Yeah, right there. It's going to be right next to the dome. It's going to take some metal, but I still also have to get my fuel refinery. So I'm going to have to bring something down for that. Bring you up here, buddy.
Warning. Insufficient resources.
What are we looking at? Power, that's fine. The underground, we can just research the elevator. It's not actually letting me go down there yet, which I'm totally fine with. Extractors don't ask questions, they provide.
Warning. Insufficient resources.
I'm going to see if I can find out a way to mute that. Because it's just telling me I've got low power. That's fine, because this isn't being built. Actually, I do have all the polymers for it. Just waiting on the concrete for it. So I do have, technically, I have 3 days to build this dome.
Council session open.
New laws can be passed or prepared. This one, I have to prep for it. So it allows paying the sponsor for extra research. Always good. Sensor towers, society, Earth restrictions. Don't have to worry about that yet. And this one lets me just straight skip the founder stage. I don't want to do that one just yet. I'm thinking sensor tower usage. Because I go navigation. Rockets launched in an area around sensor towers reach their destination 30% faster. Interesting. This one increase it, or the output of buildings in an area around sensor towers increased by 30%. Maybe. This is soil improvement. Fascinating. I'm looking at extra scanning or navigation. That'd be kind of fun, especially if in the late game I have this law set up and I want to go check out an anomaly. That would be really fun. Sensor tower usage, crowded living I don't need. Although this actually would keep people happy. It does cost me money per soul. Extra applicants. Extra funding, extra research. Double the research given for milestones. I'll take it. I'll see if I can do it. Let's see, negotiate. Let's just vote on it.
Passed.
Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and turn this on, because if we can get this built, that's fine. It gives us the extra boost towards something. And we can go do a bit with it. I also need to I need to get the research to let me scan a little bit faster. Or actually, damn, there's a lot of materials over here I need to get my hands on. Need to also get a straight concrete depot built. Put them down here, I think. There we go. Good stuff.
Sector scan.
A lot of keys being found. Micro-G landers. Still don't have anything in the engineering tech tree yet. Frustrating. Alright, laws upkeep is 0. That's helpful to know. Like, we actually can see what they are. Alright.
Heavy drone workload.
Yeah, they're fine. In fact, I could probably just take all the drones off of this guy and just reassign them to here. Boom. Problem solved. You don't have any drones assigned to you now. What up? It just makes it so much easier, doesn't it? Alright, so we need to get fuel going. I think that's going to be another rocket. But I do think that's also going to call for a proper landing pad to be built. I like the idea of the pad down here, honestly, because it'll actually go straight into the dome-ish. We'll get that built up, and then I'll bring another rocket up with a prefab for a fuel refinery, probably a moisture vaporator too. Because this is cool. This is not going to supply me the entire time. I'm going to need more research. I'm going to need more stuff. Also note that once this rocket leaves, I can actually start building in this area. I don't have the ability to do so safely right now. We're fine, guys. We're fine. We don't need all of it. We're doing okay right now. It's alright. And we got 308 there. Cool, cool, cool. Come down here, grab more metals. And note, only with one... Oh, I have autonomous sensors. Yeah, I just derped. I always forget that. Autonomous sensors, I don't need to power them, so I can just spread them out throughout the colony and increase my charging time.
Sector scan.
Alright, so we're going to put that guy there. One here. One here. One here. I'm actually going to put just 6 down.
Funding received.
There we go.
Research complete.
Interplanetary Codex funding. That's, I think I kept them happy. Dome is being worked on. Let's go ahead and scan this dude. I have a day and a half to build this dome up. And once I do that, that is going to get me one of my milestones. Here we go. Launch a rocket, construct a dome. It's going to give me 1,000 flat research. And let's see. These all look the same, except for Martian independence. That is a new one. 10,000 research points for actually gaining independence from the Interplanetary Codex. So, yay, we got stuff to look forward to. We'll get those sensor towers built up, and that's going to increase the scanning speed around this, obviously. And then, probably, once I get a RC Explorer, no, RC Commander and RC Transport, I'll most likely build a bunch of sensor towers along this ridge just to speed up the scanning process. Alright, we got 20 there. Yeah, I want this to be the priority. This is fine. The landing pad's okay. We're actually down to 1 concrete, slight problem.
Our Explorer just got into a pretty serious accident. The good news is, it's still in one piece.
Go! Alright, gotta go fix it. You. Hey, you.
Sector scan.
Actually, no, you. You're being charged. I'm gonna utilize you. Great Dust Storm and 1 Soul 5. So, we're gonna get some extra power, but rockets aren't gonna be able to take off. Oh no. This actually, the biggest issue we're going to have with this is going to be breakages in the pipes and cables until I can hopefully get superior pipes and cables. Wow, sunset, big time there. Alright, go ahead and drop that off there, please. We're full on water, that's good. Let's go ahead and order up that... Let's order up that cargo rocket. So, I wanted a vaporator... fuel refinery, and a mission of commander. Yeah, that sounds good. And I'm sitting on 1.5 billion right now, so that's good. Alright, cool. Unfortunate.
Insufficient resources.
It's gonna be power. Yeah. Not gonna be worrying about that, because especially during the during the dust storm, we are going to get a boost to power production. So I'm not super duper worried about it, but I definitely want to get this done before the end of the video. A lot of waste rock already. I'm going to have to build another dumping site somewhere. And I think that dumping site's going to be over... Yeah.
Sector scan.
What do we got? Metals. That's helpful. No, wait. Research. Even better. So I can level this area out, put another... and kind of build domes out this way to give me a research boost over here. That's helpful.
Council session open.
Alrighty. Dang, we were moving fast on that stuff. Production of extractors increased by 20%, but increases waste rock production by 50%. Who is against that? Build a dome. Okay, I can get that. That gets me, like, there. I'm doing that one. Because
Passed.
I'm already building a dome. I just have to get this dome built in the next... Well, it says 10 days. But if I can get this done in the next day, one day, then I'll get this thing done up. So we're increasing production here. But now we're going to have the issue of waste rock production. And yeah, I did have another concrete site down here. It's in a cold zone, which will be a small issue. We'll just draw more power on it. But getting that done is going to be quite big. Yeah, we got the last one's coming right here. We'll get the dome up. I'm immediately going to run into a power or oxygen problem because I'm not producing any oxygen for the dome yet. But I am going to get... Hold on. I'm actually going to queue up transport optimization because we're going to get that boost here in just a moment for research.
Milestone complete. Faction promise kept.
There you go.
A building has stopped working.
Immediately turn it off. So I got the milestones law. That pushed that up all the way there. I'm actually going to move Lojing profiting there. Dust storm is now 2.5 days. So yes, we're running now at equilibrium on this. The solar panels are offline, but the wind turbine's up and running. Power accumulator. This is actually going to be a problem because I don't have any polymers left to keep him maintenanced. Do I have anything around here I can go grab? Metals. Kind of hard to tell in the early game what you actually have and don't have available to you. I want to get this guy built up so when this rocket does arrive, I can go ahead and drop him down. There we go. Can't land him during a dust storm. That's fine. What we got? Water. That's helpful. And I think I have... Yeah, I've got all 7 of my sensor towers working. So that's very helpful for me. Do not need to build a... Moxie right now, because I don't need to actually produce any O2 at the moment. Mainly because I also can't. I can tuck him in. No, I can't. So yeah, he's actually going to dust the Moxie when he takes off. So it also tells me my fuel production is have to go kind of right in here to not get dusted, because I'm already eating through my machine parts. That's how bad this one's going already. This isn't a great... Damn. The UI, that's impressive, actually. Because usually during dust storms, you're like, oh, it's just a little bit hazy. This actually obstructs your view. Let me zoom in a little bit, see if we can get kind of beneath it. Yeah, that's... Honestly, I like that better than in the original game, is that the dust storm occludes your view a lot more than it normally would. I like that quite a bit. All right, we've got that guy here. Anything over here I can grab? I almost never am at this elevation, by the way, unless I'm taking screenshots for the videos. So I'm just going to throw that out there. All right. And we're going to need a Moxie. We're going to have to build stuff. We're going to do, like, ranches and farms. And I got to research farms. Damn, game, you're trying to kill me too quickly. I haven't barely started this thing. Well, at least I got 3 days to prep for it. By prepping, I mean do absolutely nothing. I've got nothing to defend myself. That's a... I want to say it's an engineering tech, is the MDS laser, and it's way the hell down here. I need to actually queue up outsourcing when the council meets next. Because outsourcing will actually help me push things along, but simultaneously, I don't have a ton of cash on hand. So, Transport optimization is going to be working for me. And we're kind of stuck in a holding pattern right now. Because without fuel to produce, can't do much. One over here. Go ahead and dump that right there for me, would you?
Sector scan.
What do we got? Another research site. Cool. And I did mention this in the preview. I can't remember which breakdown video I saw. I like... this is my personal thing. I like how the cold
Research
terrain
complete.
now looks. The cold terrain looks, I think, better now because you have this cold. It's like, okay, it's not just like one giant sheet of ice. You have pockets of dirt sticking through the ice, and it's not just this complete white sheet that's keeping things going. We're still a day off of that. I'm gonna get this landing pad, or let's get this rocket down, and then we'll wrap up the video at that point. I'm going to keep cranking out content for this game, even though this is the first one. I'm probably going to record 2 or 3 videos in a
Council
row,
session open.
just to make sure that I've got... Oh, we got a grid problem.
Insufficient resources.
Okay, we have a leak. Not telling me what the leak is. We're just losing water. Thankfully, I've got some available there. All right. I would love to get this one done. But let's actually go... I like the idea of extra scanning. I can't do any of these. I can't negotiate any of those right now. Is there anything that... Okay. That would be helpful. That would be very helpful, actually. I want to get that law
Sector
done,
scan.
because if I can get that law passed, then all these sectors I'm scanning is going to give me a little bit of extra research. That's kind of what Europe has as an option. You get extra... No, Japan. Japan has extra research per sector, and that's very helpful. This is going to be coming out in a tips video that I'm working on, and I've been working on with the Surviving Mars community and subreddit. A big tip when you set up the game, do not do Japan and Astrogeologist, because you're going to be leaving a bunch of free research on the table when you do that. So keep that in mind. Research extractor amplification. Do I even have that? No, I don't even have that yet. Oh, actually, never mind. There it is. Ha. Not going to do it right now. I mean, it would make them happy. It would increase BSC's approval. We are out of machine parts. That's going to be fun to fix. We've got metals, so we can actually do something with that. So we can do metals, we can do... well, we'll probably send rare metals back for the purpose of getting... build. I do want to take a look at this law office before you wrap up, too. Okay, a lot of buildings that I recognize. Law office. Automatic repairs laws and lowers the upkeep of laws. Okay.
There were no secrets to find near the anomaly site. Just a scene of breathtaking beauty.
Which doesn't help me other than a celebrity applicant available on Earth. Alright. I'm not gonna lie, that's not a helpful anomaly. It really just isn't. We'll get the rocket down. We'll wrap things up. We got my 9 drones here. We got our dome built. It is off until I can get some O2 going.
Planetary anomaly found.
Ooh.
New special project available. New special project available.
Holy cow. Oh. Oh, damn. Alright. Breakthrough with Project Alpha. Project Mist to give me resources. Project Monsoon, more resources. Picnic. Don't have the people for that. Project Rain, resources. Then we also have high-speed comm satellite. Where'd you go? This one. Give me that, but also the launch... They're not high-speed comm satellite. Launch SETI satellite into launch high-speed comm satellite. I don't have any fuel. This is a problem. And I do think this is actually a significant opportunity that this game has, or that this faction has already, is that your rocket does not come with the base materials that exist to bring those things up. And because this guy's malfunctioned, this guy's now non-operational during the overnight shifts. Slight problem. We're also going to start running into problems with supplies. So let's go ahead and get our fuel refinery built. I'll put it right there, actually. It's going to be a happy little fuel refinery. And I'll connect them to the pipe right there. It's outside of the radius of these guys. That's kind of the big thing. And then we'll be just sipping a little bit of water out of this guy. And we got a breakthrough. You know what? I'm going to go long on this video. Let's get a breakthrough researched first, or scanned out, and we'll go from there. All right, Russia, they're probably going to beat us to first human on Mars, because I just now got my fuel refinery set up. And I'm going to make you the priority to get the hell out of here. Still don't have... advanced Martian engines will cut the time it'll take me to get one of these rockets back out of here, but I'm kind of stuck because, again, this was not operational until just now. It's Sol 10. It took me 10 days to get a fuel refinery up here. Yikes. I think is the right word for this. I think this guy's going to be off during the overnight hours, too. Alright. What are you loading up with? You have nothing on board? Let's go ahead and have you collect some more stuffs. Definitely going to have a... The train's going to run down here, by the way. I'm just going to call that right now. A lot of stuff just turned off. Let's get that breakthrough, and then we'll wrap up the video. Alright! These are actually okay. So we do interplanetary learning, allowing schools to teach kids workaholic and hippie traits, nocturnal adaptation, giving colonists extra performance during the night shift, and hypersensitive photovoltaics, which increases power production for the solar panels. Given these options and what I'm working with right now, I'm leading hypersensitive voltaics.
Breakthrough discovered.
Because when I do research it, it is actually going to double the effectiveness of these guys. Plus, when the what's it called? Actually, I should have checked what that other one was going to be first.
Insufficient resources.
Oh, this is malfunction 2. Alright, we may need to call up a supply pod. In fact, I'm gonna. Yeah, we're already in trouble, folks. I'm not proud of this. I'm really not proud of having to bring down a second supply pod. Because, well, I should have brought some electronics too. I didn't realize we were out of that as well. We're out of all of our advanced materials right now. And it's going to be a problem if I want to keep this colony alive more than one video. If for some reason this colony does not survive, I will just restart the map. I make that pretty clear when I do these. Is that this is the map I'm going to set up on, and if I have to restart the map, I will restart the map. Let's see how we do, though. We're not in a great starting position. I freely admit it. But hopefully...
Funding received.
Hopefully. Hey, a little bit of extra cash from keeping them happy. That's good. And a lot of stuff that's just offline because of lack of power. Yeah, I'm aware. We'll go ahead and get this supply pod down in the next video and keep things moving. Hopefully, maybe get these rockets out of here and make a little bit of cash as well. Come on, I'm trying to do an outro here. Alright, we're gonna do this one. Funding's okay, research is better.
Vote passed.
Thank you. Alright, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this and all the videos that come out on the channel. Thank you for watching. Man, come on, let me do an outro already. That's what I need right there, advanced Martian engines. That's gonna cut down the fuel cost to get those rockets out of here. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next video.